Could any of the surviving characters in Star Wars Rebels end up in Episode 9? Would JJ Abrams be interested in including Sabine Wren or maybe Hera Syndulla? I believe that JJ is going to be, and as he should be, very focused on our major characters Poe, Rey, Finn, and Kylo Ren. These characters were well developed in The Force Awakens, and JJ will want to continue into Episode 9. And even though I'd really love to see Sabine and Ezra in Episode 9 in a big way, that would totally take away from these other characters that many of us have come to love. I mean, don't you think we need a lot of answers from those major characters? Answers to questions like, has Rey totally given up on Kylo Ren? Will Poe be able to be the leader the Resistance needs? Will Finn and Rey become a couple? And how will all of this end? These are big questions that JJ is going to need to focus on in Episode 9. Plus, don't you think JJ will want to put his own spin on Episode 9? He may want to include more about the Knights of Ren, or even new characters such as Snoke's other apprentice, or even give Maz Kanata a bigger role in Episode 9. One thing's for certain, he's going to make this last installment of the sequels his own. So am I saying I don't think JJ should include characters from Star Wars Rebels in Episode 9? No, in fact, this video is part of a series in which I suggest we need more connections in Star Wars canon. So the exact opposite is true. I think we need to see one of the former Ghost crew in Episode 9. We know characters like Hera Syndulla and Sabine Wren pretty well at this point, and we know if they are still alive during the sequel trilogy that they would totally be part of the Resistance. And not just part of the Resistance, but seasoned leaders in the Resistance. So to me, it only makes sense that one of these characters are in Episode 9. But what makes sense to me doesn't necessarily make sense to JJ Abrams. So what exactly are the chances of a Star Wars Rebels character showing up in Episode 9? Well, we know Dave Filoni is going to want to develop those characters more in the next animation series, but Episode 9 is far enough off in the future, it gives them a lot of time to work with. Plus, we know that the remaining members of the Resistance are headed to the Outer Rim to find their allies there. And there is a good chance that the story group will be making suggestions to JJ about who exactly those allies in the Outer Rim are. And again, it would make sense that it would be someone who was part of the Alliance previously. But it really all comes down to JJ and what he wants. He may already have an idea who those allies in the Outer Rim are. Maybe he wants all the allies in the Outer Rim to be completely wiped out. Maybe that's why they didn't come rescue Leia and the remnants of the Resistance. And if that is true, then it's really too bad that the story group at Lucasfilm doesn't have more power, because personally, I'd love to see the story group have a lot more power when it comes to the movies. As I mentioned before, this video is part of a series of videos, so please consider checking out the others. I'll have them linked up in a card above in the video description and in the comments. But if this is your first time here, Star Wars fans, I'm Mike, and you've been watching Force Within TV, where my goal is to get you to become an active member of this great Star Wars community. And you can do that by answering the question of the day. And today, the question is about Jacen Syndulla, Hera and Kanan's son. What is his future? Do you think he will be in the next animation series? Do you think he is Force sensitive? Do you think he'll be in Episode 9? So on and so forth. What do you think his story is going to be? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, use the Force within you to make the Star Wars community a better place. Share your thoughts and ideas and encourage those who do the same. May the Force be with you.